Somos celebs, pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
So, you know when you got your phone there, just checking the sound works and it just starts going bananas. But yes, my peoples, man, big up yourselves, man. Understand? I hope everyone's had a great day today. You know I'm always here for you lot, man. Keeping you lot up to date with all the Man United news. So yeah, man, you know me, man. I don't take too long. No long intros. I just get straight into it. And that's what I'm about. So I've got some news for you lot. Hopefully it's legit. Hopefully it's a here we go soon. Hopefully it goes through. Let's see how it goes. Let's get straight into it. We got the boy freedom fighter. It's seeming like the deal's done. This is what they're saying in Italy. This is what they're screaming. Marco Giordano's come out and said, yo, Sancho, Juventus has never been so close. Negotiation completed. The player will be a Juventus player, barring complications, which are not foreseeable at the moment. 25 million valuation, everything settled with United and Sancho's agent. It's done, he's saying. And then you got Matthias Pog coming out and basically saying the same thing. And he's quoting Michel de Blasis. And he's basically saying, I've had to translate it. As you can see, I can't talk Italian. And he's gone, Juventus and Jadon Sancho have never been so close this summer. All parties agreed to conclude the deal, which unless there are sudden changes of heart will happen, even the last details of the player have been ironed out. They're saying it's done in Italy, mate. I ain't seen no one reliable come out and say it, but I'm just going off what they're saying. Remember, if you look at the old articles about Sancho, this is what came out today, not even old. This is today's articles. It says Juventus are now very close to the final agreement with Jadon Sancho. The player has already accepted a wage cut to move. Look how close there was earlier on today. Juventus offered him 6 million a year, but the player said he's likely to accept 6.5. So they were that close earlier on. If you see my last stream, I streamed about this bit. And then obviously it just said new contacts are expected today by Madueke. So you had two different sources. Core Sport and Madueke both came out earlier and said talks are expected later. We're only 500k short, basically. It was so close. This is what's been happening throughout the week. It was 1.2 the other day. Now it's gone down to 500k. So you can see that they've been working on this. Look at the date at the bottom. This is on the 7th. They said 1.2 million between the wages demands for Sancho. Yeah, that's on the 7th. Alfredo spoke about it and said that they offered 5 million, but they're saying it's not enough. They'll up it. So that's what happened on the 7th. This is what happened today. And they basically said it's only 500k. That's the middle of it plus bonuses. So it looks close already. And then just now, this is the news now. That it's never been so close. Negotiations are completed. The player will be a Juventus player, barring complications, which are not foreseeable at the moment. 25 million valuation, everything settled with United and Sancho's agent. It's settled. And then you've got another source, Michel de Blasis, saying Juventus and Sancho have never been so close this summer. All parties agreed to conclude the deal, which unless there are sudden changes of heart will happen. Even the last details of the player have been ironed out. They're saying it's done over there. And when you look at everyone that's reporting this news, Marco Chiodoni, Michel de Blasis, Core Sport, Madueke, these are 4 different journalists in Juventus. 4 different journalists in Italy, all reporting it's positive, it's due to happen. He's like to accept. He just needs to accept a little cut, a wage cut. He's done it, blah, blah, blah. Sancho and Conceição is who they want. Because there was a report that came out yesterday saying they're only going to go for one of each, either Conceição or Sancho. No, they want both of them. So this came out earlier on, and then this has come out now. So it looks like it's done. Obviously, we're going to wait for one of the big dogs to come out, Fabrizio, Ornstein, whatever. But sometimes it starts with a little journalist in the country, and then it builds up to Fabrizio. And then you get the here we go. So I'm going off what they're saying. I've been following it closely. They're saying that it's more or less done unless something crazy happens. As we saw earlier, it was only a couple millions. Now it seems like it's done. Everything is settled. United and Sancho's agent. Like I said, I don't know Marco Giordano. I don't know these geezers. I don't know Michel de Blasis. It's being reported by the Man United fan page, so they might have a better understanding of this Marco geezer. I don't know him. I don't know if he's reliable. But this is two journalists, and we've had another two that was talking about it earlier. So it's been brewing. So we might finally get the freedom from the freedom fighter. Freedom fighter might get his freedom. We might get our freedom, and everyone's happy. But it's saying the 25 million, everything is settled with United and Sancho's agent. If you're new here, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. We do this every day for you, though. All the Man United news, you'll get it here first. Don't be shy, mate. It's just a button. Press the button, and we got you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Hopefully this is true, and we get our freedom. Because remember, he's on a crazy wage, you know. It's not really about the money, the 25 million. It's the 275k he's on every week. That's killing us. We're paying him like a mil something a month. So we need Sancho to go for that. And he's never going to play anyway. He's part of the Freedom crew. Amrin don't want him. He's already exiled him. So this is just perfect. And remember, Napoli came in for him. They said, your wage is too crazy. Chelsea came in for him. Chelsea had him. And then they said, yo, your wage is too crazy. And then you had Fenerbahce came in and said, your wage is moving mad. So Sancho knows Juventus is his last option. So as you can see, I'll go through it again for those that just came in the chat, the whole story with Sancho. It started like this on the 7th, which was yesterday. Juventus is expected to pay about 25 million of Jadon Sancho, and the first salary for his wages were 5 million. I'm reading the middle article, by the way, and they're ready to improve the offer. Then I go to the left article, which says Jadon Sancho is one step away from joining Juventus. There is now a gap of 1.2 million between Sancho's wage demands and Juventus's offer. Juventus are also considering offering Man United 25 million. Remember, we want 25 million pounds, but they said 25 million euros with bonuses. And then it says from Nico, Jadon Sancho is getting closer to Juventus from Manchester United. The talks have been positive and direct negotiations are expected to this week to close the deal. So that came out. Look at the date on the bottom, guys. That came out yesterday. And then today, we'll start from the right all the way to the left. New contact expected today for Jadon Sancho from Marik. Then he just says that they want both Conceição and Sancho. And then we're going to go with Core Sport. And it says Juventus are now very close to the final agreement with Jadon Sancho. The player has already accepted a wage cut to move to Turin. Juventus have offered 6 million a year, but the player likely to accept 6.5 million. This is earlier, plus bonuses. Juventus have already reached an agreement with Manchester United for the 25 million, payable over several years. We've already known for years, Man United only wants 25 million for Sancho. Obviously, that's saying 25 million euros, so that's like 20 million pounds, but I don't think we care about the fee too much. We just want him out the door, get rid of his wages, that £1 million a month, just get rid of it. So this is what came out earlier, and I showed it in my last stream. So they were very close in the wage. Juventus offered 6 million. They said he will likely accept 6 million, 6.5 mil. And like I said, today, just now, more or less, you can see the timers at the bottom of the date, 9:41. This geezer's apparently, he's accepted the deal. Sancho, Juventus, never been so close. Negotiations are completed. The player will be a Juventus player, barring complications, which are not foreseeable at the moment. 25 million valuation, everything settled with United and Sancho's agent. They're saying that's done in Italy. That's the word in Italy from Marco Giordani. This is done. And then I've never come in here with one source. I've got to find another one. And then we got Michel de Blas's, Matthias Pog saying the same thing basically. Juventus and Sancho have never been so close this summer. All parties agreed to conclude the deal, which unless there are sudden changes of heart will happen. Even the last details with the player have been ironed out. And like I keep telling you lot, sometimes it starts with these little journalists. It'll start with a little journalist in the country that it's in. Like I'm showing you lot with the keeper, John Victor. It started in Brazil, and now we're hearing about it with Laurie Whitwell. Sometimes it will start like, now we're starting with these little ones, and then before you know it, Fabrizio will hear about it and tap in the end. Oh, here we go. So you got to give everyone time. So this is what they're saying today. This is the word. It's been brewing, and it's been brewing from different journalists as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I say to you lot. It's not the same two journalists. Marco Giordani, Michelle de Blasis. Earlier on, we had Mauric 92 and Core Sports. So what we saying? What all four of these journalists are making up lies every day. Every day they just kept waking up and saying, let me say something about Sancho. So obviously something is brewing over there. You got Mauric 92, Core Sport, Nico Schirra, Alfredo Padula, and then he's got Marco Giordani, Michelle de Blas. This is too much different journalists to be saying more or less the same things for them not to be no smoke without fire. So something is going on over there. Fabrizio came out the other day and said that nothing can happen with Sancho unless he changes his wages. Obviously, it's been said that he's dropped his wage now. So it makes sense if it is done. So, mate, we're going to obviously, like I said, we're going to wait for the big dogs to come in and tap in and basically give us the 100% that it's done. But I'm just reporting, and I always show you, I always come clutch and let you lot know when something's up. This is the situation tonight. It's that Sancho is done, basically. This is what they're screaming. And obviously they know if they're coming out here chatting shit, these two, they're going to be blacklisted. You know what I'm saying? You can't play with Man United because we're so big. You fuck up and you say some mad stuff about us and it's not true. You just blacklist yourself. So Sancho looks like it's done. I hope it's done. We'll wait till tomorrow and see if something comes out. But it looks like it's done. That's what they're screaming anyway. So we'll see what goes on. Let me get a few of these messages. Evening Metric community. Come on, man. Man United, my dog. Love, man. Appreciate it. Mahaba from TR. Hope you are well. Hope you're well, bro. We'll free them, soon have freedom. Yeah, man. The freedom fighter wants freedom. So hopefully the freedom fighter gets his freedom, bro. Hopefully it's true. And it is done and it's over. More journalists from Italy, exactly. You know me, bro. I like to make it build up. I'm here every day giving you the Man United news if you don't know. And I bring you all the journalists from whatever day. Even if there was a journalist that spoke about Sancho a week ago, I'll bring you that article as well. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, man. Make sure you like them as well. Like and subscribe. What's going on? There's people in there and they're not even liking up the things. Welcome to Man United. This geezer kills me now. FIFA every day, bro. Metch is the GOAT. Like and subscribe. Harvey, love my boy, man. Appreciate it, my guy. Jadon Sancho very close to joining. All agreements between Juventus and Man United have been done. Bearing any conclusions, Sancho will be a Juventus player. MUTV. They can't say that on MUTV, madman. What MUTV you watching, bro? They can't say that, bro. They can only confirm what's true and what's not. They don't talk about links, transfer links. Lucky, you're a madman. But yeah, man, that's the situation with Sancho anyway. It's been brewing, isn't it? It's been brewing. You know me, I always keep the dates on everything as well so you can see. This is yesterday. It was brewing. 1.2 was the million. That was the gap. Today, it was said that it's only 500K. That's the gap. Juventus offered 6 mil. He was likely to accept 6.5 plus bonuses. That was earlier on from Core Sport. And then now has come out and said that they're basically the negotiations are completed. The 25 million valuation, everything is settled with Sancho and his agent. It's done. That's what they're saying. Like I said, you just take this with a pinch of salt. Hopefully it's true, but we'll wait for the tap-ins. We'll wait for the tap-in merchants to come in, back post, tap it in, Fabrizio, here we go, etc. But it's looking promising though, and we need these guys to go. Everyone's sitting there, coming in the chats every day, complaining, we're not selling no one, Ineos, blah, 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 bro. These guys are not going. So hopefully he does go. That's 1 out of 4 left. And he's got the maddest wage. Him and Rashford, their wages are so crazy. They need to bounce. So that's the situation with Sancho. It should be deal done. We'll see. And we'll move on. Let's get into Mbeumo. This is another one. Bam. This is a Brentford. This geezer is a Brentford journalist. Sam Taboo. He's a Brentford journalist. And he's come out and said it was for Mbeumo will report back this Monday as he wasn't on international duty. He didn't go on internationals. Only players that went on internationals or whatever didn't go back to training today. Like for us, Bruno and Dallo went to Jota's funeral. Rest in peace, Jota. So they didn't need to come back today. Or if you had some international stuff going on, you didn't need to come back today. He didn't have international stuff. He didn't go back to training today. The club have told him he won't have to report until next Monday. Why? Why don't you have to report until next Monday unless they're telling you already that, yo, we're still chatting to Man United, it's close. There's no point you coming in pre-season because you're not going to be here long. That's what I'm thinking. So Taboo says, yep, Mbeumo was expected to report for preseason training at Brentford yesterday, but the club told him, you don't need to come back to next Monday. So he was actually coming. He was sitting there like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to preseason. They said, no, listen, there's no point you coming back. So it might be close with Mbeumo, who knows? But this seems like there's something brewing. Why would they tell him not to come back? And he's just been chilling at home, doing nothing. He's been on holiday, everything. He ain't been internationals. And then obviously it came out from the Mirror and it said, listen, United are confident they can strike a deal with Brentford for Mbeumo, despite them having 2 bids already knocked back. United are expected to have to go to 65 million to reach an agreement with Brentford. With negotiations ongoing between the 2 clubs over the fee and the structure of payments, Ruben Amorim is keen to have Mbeumo on the board for when we leave for our 3-game preseason tour on the US on July the 22nd. I swear our first game's on the 19th. What's that about? When we leave. I think our first game's on the 19th. I think they're chatting shit. I think they're lost about that date, 22nd of July. I swear our first game's on the 19th, bro. But yeah, that's the situation with Mbeumo. It's a bit dodgy, innit? This is the Brentford journalist. Him saying this is not even looking good. It's not even like it's helping Brentford's case or nothing. He's just saying, someone's asked him, why hasn't Mbeumo still not reported for training at Brentford? And he's gone, it was thought Mbeumo would report back this Monday as he wasn't on international duty. But the club, however, told him he won't have to report until next Monday. So what is happening from now till next Monday? What's happening? It's Tuesday today. So what's going to happen? Is this the week that it's going to happen? We're going to get the here we go? Is it going through? Because why would you tell one of your players not to come in? They told Norgard not to come in because he's at Arsenal now. So that's official. So what's going on with that then? I don't understand. So this is the Brentford journalist and this is what he's saying. This is Sam Taboo. He's a Brentford journalist and he's saying he was expected to come back, but now they've told him don't come back till Monday. So you lot take it for whatever you want to take it for. I think that the deal is kind of close where it's like they think, you know what, he's going to go anyway. There's no point even bringing him in. We don't want him to get injured and then it fucks us up. Imagine if he goes training and gets injured and it fucks us up and it's saying that we're going to go for the 65 million. And I think the 65 million is fair for him anyway. 65 million for Mbeumo is fair anyway. I'll be real. All in 65 million. So yeah, man, I'm cool with that, man. The thing is, it's so fucked right now. That transfer window is messed up. You got Gittins scored 8 goals and he's worth 55 million. You got Mbeumo that scored 20. I think they're actually being fair by saying 65 all in all. We're trying to get him for a bundle, innit? Because he's got a year left. I get it. But I think they're not bumping us. They're being fair. So yeah, the Mirror is saying we're going to go for the 65 million. They're saying that pre-season starts on July the 22nd. It doesn't. Let me check. There it is. That's what I'm saying. Look at the middle article. It says 19th of July. Leeds on 19th of July in Stockholm. So they're talking about going to America. Yeah, I get it. So basically, Stockholm is the 19th of July. That's still in Europe, innit? Stockholm's in, is it Sweden? I think I might be wrong. So they're basically saying, why they leave for America? They're going to leave on the 22nd. That's what they mean. Yeah. They leave for their 3-game preseason tour of the US on the July the 22nd. That makes sense. So yeah, man, that's the situation with Mbeumo. It's interesting. You get it? And he didn't even have to reply to this fan. He just started something out of nothing. He's replied to the fan, Brentford journalist, and said it was thought Mbeumo will report back today, but he wasn't, because he wasn't on international duty. All the international duty, they get a week more in it. You got a week more to rest. They've decided, nope, there's no point you coming, just come on Monday. Why? What's going on this week? So hopefully this is the week that Mbeumo gets wrapped up. For you that just came in the chat, I'm going to show you a lot about the Sancho situation in a minute. I'll spin back, don't worry. It might be a done deal there. You'll see, don't worry. No clickbait over here, mate. We don't do that. So don't think it's Mbeumo. This is training. We'll get back to Sancho in a minute, so just stick around. But yeah, that's the situation on Mbeumo. So we don't know what's going to happen there, if it's solidified or not, that they're talking, but they got to be talking to tell him to not come back. But either way, it looks like we're finally going to give them the 65 million. I think it's fair anyway, bro. There's so much scrubs going for mad peas now that 65 million ain't too bad. Let me get into the next thing. Like I said, I'm going to double back for those that missed it. Don't worry. We got this now. We got Højlund. Oh my days. This geezer, we've told him we want him to leave. And he's saying he wants to stay and fight for his position. We've got a new link from a club now. We knew Inter Milan wanted him. It's come out today that Roma want him. Roma will come forward to try and sign Rasmus Højlund in the next days. A loan will be needed as his 45 million valuation is too high for them. 45 million euros is probably like 30 million pounds or something. 30-something million pounds. And then, so I'm thinking, Rasmus Højlund's finally going. Remember, this is at 9 in the morning. I put the dates at the bottom for you lot, so you don't know when these things come out. The date and the time is at the bottom. 9 in the morning today. Rasmus Højlund. Yeah, he's linked to Roma now. Another club. Yes, finally. Now look, Fabrizio's come out of nowhere. Evan Ferguson is linked to Roma. You think they're going to pick at Højlund over Evan Ferguson, mate? And Evan Ferguson, they're shopping him around. Brighton don't want him. They're sending him to West Ham, anywhere. Just get out of here. So it looks like he's not going nowhere again. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, these reports are coming out. He wants to stay. Lovie Whitwell came out the other day and said he's definitely going. It's more likely going to be a full sell as well. Like, we don't want him. But it's like we don't want to upset him. So we're just keeping him around. We're not really telling him, yo, boom, 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 boom. We want you to go yet. So that's the situation with him. I'll get into a few more of these, and then I'm going to get into the some of the comments as well. Don't worry, I got you lot. We're linked with this young boy from Boca Junior, Milton Delgado. Apparently we're ready to submit an 11 million euro bid. That's like 7 million or something. He's 20 years old. I don't know this source. I don't know if it's reliable. I don't know nothing about him. I've never heard of him in my life. I don't know if he's good. I don't know nothing. But we're linked with him. I'm going to show you lot. You know me. Then we got this geezer in the middle, Acacio Valentin. He's the new team operations manager for Man United. He has been in the role since the 1st of July, which is about, 7 days ago or whatever. So this is our new team operations. I hope he can fix the roof in Old Trafford. Yeah, we'll see what happens with him. We're probably never going to see him again. And then we got Marcus Rashford reported back to training on Monday and Tuesday, despite being given extra time away to find a new club. He trained on individual basis at Carrington and did not take part in the team training and the rest of Ruben's squad. Obviously, as you can see, Cunha's in there. They gave Cunha the 10, so it is a bit mad, isn't it? He's looking at Cunha. He's got the 10. He's an academy product. It is a bit fucked up, the whole thing, when you think about it. But it is what it is, man. You get it. It's part of the game. He said he wants to go. He done an interview saying he wants a new challenge. So now they're kind of forcing you out. You can't cry about it. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, that's the situation with Rashford. This is what Fabrizio said earlier about Mbeumo. Obviously, the new news about Mbeumo and Sancho is all new. This is earlier, as you can see from the time, 11 o'clock. So 2 different stuff. Fabrizio just came out earlier and said, Man United keep working on Mbeumo. There are rumours on other players from Spain and Italy, but I can guarantee you this week Mbeumo is fully focused on Mbeumo deal. So that makes sense about the training if you think about it. We're just focused on Mbeumo. So anyways, conversations are still going with Brentford, and Man United's absolute focus is being Mbeumo. The player is still waiting for Man United as top priority. He's already said, Man United or bust, I'll stay here. I don't want to go nowhere else. I'm not going Arsenal. I'm not going Newcastle. I'm not going Spurs. I want to go Man United. And look at the last line. He says they keep advancing. So things are moving. Then you go, they keep working on the deal for Mbeumo. There's still an agreement to be reached with Brentford, but I'm told that conversations are ongoing and they're trying to reach an agreement to let the player travel and complete his move. Man United keep working on Bryan Mbeumo as the absolute priority. But what's this? Let me make you not understand now why he came out and said that. Because this geezer, the same geezer I just told you lot, the Brentford journalist Sam Taboo came out earlier and said Bryan Mbeumo is growing increasingly frustrated by slow progress of Man United deal. Brentford firm on their valuation and encouraged by the fees too for Elanga. And Mbeumo still wants United. So basically what he tried to say, he came out today 11 in the morning and said Brentford are getting angry and Mbeumo's getting frustrated. There's no progress. So mate, we've had our worst week in ages. Osimhen's turned us down. Gyökeres is nearly close to Arsenal. We're linked to Calvin Lewin. It's just going left and left and left. It's getting worse and worse every day. And then now this geezer's tried to come and basically kill our whole spirit by going, it might get basically cancelled. Like the whole thing might jam. Look, and Mbeumo was growing increasingly frustrated, as if we're just going to end up walking away or something's going to go left. So then Fabrizio just came out straight after and said, yo, we're still in work. We're still in talks. Calm down. Whatever you're hearing from other people, reports in Spain, Italy, forget about it. We're still in talks. We're advancing. Brentford and Man United, it's still cool. Don't worry about nothing else. So he just came out and let us know you've gone mad, like, just relax. So that's what we need sometimes. You might look at it and think, he's not really saying nothing new, but he's just letting us know nothing ain't dead. Don't listen to this geezer that's coming out here with these articles, because he's a Brentford journalist. What he's saying is what Brentford want him to say. Brentford want it to be out there like that he's getting, Brian Mbeumo is getting increasingly frustrated. Brentford are getting frustrated. They want it to be out there that that's what's happening, so that we can go there and just pay 70 million or whatever they want. So they don't want us to, you get it? So they're trying to put out these things. So obviously with that being said, with this being said now, it kind of makes sense. If Fabrizio's saying we're advancing, and then it says it was thought Mbeumo would report back this Monday and he wasn't under international duty, the club, however, have told him he won't have to report until next Monday. Why, if you didn't have international duty, why are you not coming to training? They're telling him, just come back next Monday. So what is happening this week? They must know they're going to reach an agreement this week where it's like, there's no point you coming back. You got a new manager in. What's the point of you training with a new manager and all of that when you're going to be gone anyway? So we'll give it to Monday. If we haven't still signed you by Monday, then you can come back. That's what it seems like. They've told him to stay at home. You lot just saw that Rashford isn't even wanted by Amram, but at least he's still training in Carrington by himself. They're telling him don't even come. Don't even come to training. Don't even report to training. Read the first article or the second one. Don't report to training. Don't even turn up. This is what they're saying to him. Like, there's no point. So something's brewing. I don't know what it is, but hopefully Mbeumo, this is the week. We've had a terrible week, mate. I can't lie. Our week has been terrible. But yeah, that's the situation with Mbeumo. Like I said, Fabrizio spoke about it as well. Fabrizio got into Osimhen and he basically just said, listen, many questions on Osimhen and Man United. I always told you for the club, the deal was not advancing for one reason. Just one reason. What's the reason? He never wanted to reduce his salary, despite what United and more English clubs wanted. And I've just seen he's basically Galatasaray just put in a bid for him. So they're trying to sign him, and Galatasaray, they're paying the wages. They've got some mad money over there where they can pay wages. I don't know what they're on, because Duran's gone to Fenerbahce and they're paying 310k a week for Duran from a Saudi club, Al Nassr. And then you've got Osimhen. He's basically on like the same type of wages and they're paying it for him. And Yago, he's the most reliable Turkish journalist. If there's any Turkish man in here, there was a lot of Galatasaray fans in the chat earlier. They will tell you Yago is very reliable for Turkish news. And he came out yesterday, the date is there. He said Man United really want to sign Victor Osimhen, but asked for a salary reduction. The player refused. Galatasaray will meet with Osimhen this week to finalise his transfer. So he's not refusing. He's refusing everyone. And that's what Fabrizio said. That's what the English clubs are saying. We're not even going next to this guy. There's no point. Yeah, this guy wants money more. He's on some money thing. So that's the situation. It's yeah. So Osimhen was our top target. It was reported by Lobby Whitwell as well. He's our top target, but because he doesn't want to drop his wage, we can't do nothing about it. Gyökeres is going to Arsenal. Like, the lap went to Chelsea. It's gone mad. So it's crazy for us. It's just literally gone bananas. So I don't know what's going to happen with the striker thing. People were saying, let's go for Watkins. Watkins is probably the last person left we can probably go for. We got the sell-on clauses. We're making money in our sleep now. It's gone mad. This is the only money we made all summer. It's crazy. But yeah, Anthony Elanga obviously got a here we go yesterday to Newcastle. We've got a little 8 million, 5 to 8 million for that. So yeah, maybe that goes towards the Mbeumo deal. Maybe that's what we wanted. We needed some money for the Mbeumo deal. Who knows? But 8 million is there, so that should go towards something. If we're slow on money, we've got 8 million there, and we ain't even moved the muscle, mate. So this is what we need. They've done a few little smart things and cool, and then we've got the Maxi Oyedel. He's set to leave Lega Warsaw with a 6 million release clause, and he's got 2 million in there as well. So look at that. That's 10 million from 2 players that you sold on. So come on, man. It's better than nothing, innit? Because right this second, we're at a time where we need money. We ain't got anything and we're struggling. So we need some money. So to have a little 10 million there, hopefully that goes towards Brentford and we get Mbeumo do the line. We had this earlier through Laurie Whitwell. Let me explain this one. This is the one that's stressing us all out. You got TalkSport making their own stories. You got The Sun. It's crazy. United have been offered. Remember that word there, people. Offered the chance to sign several free agents, namely Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy, Callum Wilson. It's expected that United would only advance on these, if at all, towards the end of the window if they do not get their top targets. So basically, it's like a loan, isn't it? Let's look at it like that. If we don't get no one that we want, we're going to literally say, you know what? We've got Xerxes. Xerxes good at link-up play, but he don't really score a lot of goals. We've got Højlund that is not good enough. Let's all be serious. We need a striker as well, another one. So maybe let's get someone like Calvert-Lewin and just get him off the bench sometimes when Xerxes can't play or something instead of having Højlund. That's what they're saying. Last result. And Ben Jacobs came out the other day. A lot of you lot are probably new here. You ain't seen my streams. I showed a stream the other day where Ben Jacobs was talking and he said, Man United will only go for these type of players if when it gets to the end of the window, there's a hole in the squad. If there's a hole in the squad, like we haven't found our top attacker yet. Because remember, a lot of the main attackers we wanted this year, Ekitike, he's 85 million pounds. We're not going to pay that for a young kid no more. Gyökeres is going Arsenal. Osimhen, you lot just saw, he's basically rejected us. He don't want to take a wage cut. So if we don't find someone that we actually want, we're going to turn around and go, we'll wait till next season. Someone else might rise up. Do you know what I mean? We're not just going to rush it how Ineos used to do it before. They'll go buy anyone. Not Ineos, the Glazers, sorry. Go buy anyone 100 million. They're not going to do that. So they'll either try to get someone on loan or they might get one of these guys, just bring them in for 1 year and say, yeah, you know what? Just come in for 1 year. You're a stopgap. We'll give you a contract for 1 year. As soon as you finish, we'll go for someone proper. That's what it might be. But like I've just said to you lot, they have been offered the chance. United have been offered. We're not in for them. They're free agents. They haven't got a club. Callum Wilson was just on a Club World Cup just now, hosting it for Chelsea. They've got no club. They're not training, nothing. So their job, their agent's job is go and find me a club. Offer me to clubs so I can start playing football. So the agent is going to say, my client, Callum Wilson, I know you need a striker, Man United. I got my client there, Callum Wilson. He only wants 80k a week. What are you saying? And then we go off that. And then they'll go and talk about the Prem. So yeah, that's the situation with this. So take it with a pinch of salt. We've been offered. We're not in for him. It's not that we're coming out here saying we want Callum Wilson. No. These guys are all at the end of their prime. Their time is done. Yeah, we don't want any of them. But they're offering themselves to clubs. And I heard that Calvert-Lewin is more advanced with like Newcastle anyway. So we'll see what happens. And then obviously, when I talk about strikers, when you all talk about what strikers you want left, who would you say is left that you want? Because I've heard about 2 strikers that I think can do this thing, and that will be Mateta and Watkins. And that's what a lot of people have said. Mateta is now getting interest shown in from AC Milan. So now AC Milan want Mateta. So what's going to happen there now? AC Milan have shown interest to delete Mateta from Crystal Palace. There was a direct inquiry with the player's entourage. No talks with Palace yet. Just an idea being evaluated. So we don't know what's going to happen. They might end up hitting a Palace and then they say he's not for sale. Because remember, Palace might lose Eze to Arsenal. So Remember, Palace have got the Europa. They got Europa. They won FA Cup. They got Europa, right? So this is what I'm saying. So Mateta might not even be for sale anymore. This is the mad thing about it. It's crazy, bruv. And then obviously I'll just show you that the pre-season, of course, I just spoke about it. Leeds on the 19th of July, West Ham the 27th of July, Bournemouth the 31st of July, Everton 3rd of August, and then we're back at Old Trafford to show the new kit on the 9th of August, and then we play Arsenal on the 17th. So that's the pre-season for those that don't know the dates, etc. Diego Leon trained today. He looked good, whatever. Cunha as well. They didn't look out of place. That's the news on them. So, yeah. Yeah, let's get back to the striker thing because I need to know who anyone wants. Let me take a few of these comments as well because I took a lot of them. There's been a lot of them brewing up. Matches the goal, like and subscribe. Come on, man. Hit the like button if you're here and you're new. Like up the place, man. Let's get the algorithm going bananas. I do this every day, so make sure you subscribe as well. And I keep telling you, look, this is the beginning. This is nothing. This is just transfers. Wait till the season starts. Matchday vlogs. Everything, match reviews, match previews, panels galore. It's going mental. So make sure you subscribe. Jadon Sancho joining Juventus barring any further complications. I've got that. I'm going to show you lot. The people that have come here thinking that I'm doing clickbait, just wait. I'm going to spin back round in a minute and show you lot the Sancho stuff. Don't worry. Why Ryan and Mbeumo deal taking long? I don't know, but it looks like this week might be the week. Salia. Are we now the biggest soccer scouting club in the world because we used to scout other clubs' power? Yeah, it's true, man. It has been a long thing, but we have to sell, man. That's the crazy thing about it. We have to sell. So it seems like hopefully we're selling now. Brian and Mbeumo angry with Man United. I hope so, Mitch. Me too, bro, man. Me too, bro. Hope this is true. Onana was a bargain at 5 million. We got 8 million for Kovac. 5 million for Onana? What are you talking about? We paid 40 million for him. We paid 40 million for Onana, Mike. Gee, love, bro. Appreciate you, man. Alanga used to be, yeah, we got a sell-on. That's why we got a sell-on clause in a minute because he used to be a Man United player and we sold him. So we got the sell-on clause on him. Welcome to the Metric community. Man United, that's my guy, you know. Every day you're in here just bigging man up. Metric community, thanks. Different over here, G, man. Every day we're doing this, man. Yeah, Fabrizio's getting repetitive. Salia, 100%. I agree with you, but listen to this. Like I said to you, it's just the context that he done it in. It's because the Brentford guy came out, tried to ruin our day even more, so that we can think, oh my God, the Mbeumo deal was going to collapse, and then Fabrizio just came to say, listen, it's still ongoing. Don't listen to no noise. It's cool. So sometimes when he does that, it's good. But I know what you're saying. He does the same things. He says the same words all the time. Exploring, advancing, keen, close, closer. It's all the time, bro. Gee, glad player made clear. Bun Osman, man, this guy's a diva, only money motivated. Imagine being told by Al Hilal that, you know, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I said, bro, if you're turning down Saudi Arabia, you must want like £1 million a week. I don't know what you want, mate. If you're sitting there turning down Saudi, you must want £1 million a week, mate. Or $500,000 or something. And that seems like Galatasaray are giving him the bag. They might be giving him a 350 or something. Do you understand? So I don't know, man. Oh yeah, this came out earlier as well. Speaking about strikers, we got linked with all of these, obviously. They got offered to us. But this guy, Moise Keane, were actually Laurie Whitwell, who's very reliable. And he came out and said, Man United have been keeping tabs on Moise Keane, who has a 52 million release clause that can be triggered until the 15th of July. United are the Premier League club to have shown the most interest. So listen to this. We're just keeping tabs. Nothing serious. We're just like, what's he on? How much is it going to be? Okay, all right. Look at the geezer's record. He had a little 19 goals last season and 5 goals in the Conference League. But, mate, he's been very inconsistent in between that, man. Look at his record, man. The guy scored 17 goals when he was 20 years old at PSG. Since then, he's gone to Everton, poor. Juventus, 6 goals. Juventus again, another season, 40 games, 8 goals. 20 games in 2023 to 24 and scored 0 goals. He's having Rasmus numbers, mate, with that 40 and 8. Allow it, bro. Yeah, I don't want to see Moise Keane around here, man. I don't want to see him over here. You got McTominay ripping up your league. Other guys are tearing up your league. I'm not hearing about you. Do you know what I'm saying? 45 million, whatever. Let's go, brother. Come on. Osimhen is worth wages, to be fair. That's what I said, you know. I said, listen, if we get Sancho of 275k, we should just give it to Osimhen. But I think they're trying to clean up the whole wage bill. That's what I think they're trying to do. They get rid of Sancho, Rashford, Casemiro goes for free next summer. He's on 350. All the 300s and 275s are gone. The only guy that's going to be on any wages close to that is our captain, who is Bruno. And they can't really, he's a captain. He's been there for about 6 years. It will be now 5 years. So they can't really say much. I'm not too asked about ST. Bruv, you rather Hoyland, yeah? You're good with Hoyland, Sean. We saying you're cool with Hoyland being up front, yeah? Watkins and Vardy. I don't know about Vardy, man. I don't know about Vardy. Vardy ain't got it in him like that, man. Even last season, he scored a 1-2, but he wasn't banging him like before. He's 36 now as well. I don't know, man. Watkins all day. Why are you lying, bro? What am I lying about, Tay? Tay, let me know what I'm lying about, bro. And I'll confess. I'll say sorry as well. Like and subscribe, my peoples. Man United love, man. Appreciate you, man. All the time you come true, man. Yeah, my peoples, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know we're doing this every day for you lot. I'm going to spin back round. I told you. If you're here for the done deal, Sancho, I'm going to show you what's going on. I don't come and I don't gas. I don't do clickbait. I don't need none of that. So don't worry. Just wait 1 second. Let me just show you that about Onana. Listen to this about Onana now. Man United have put a 30 million price tag on Onana, but he looks increasingly likely to stay at the club this season. And this came out yesterday on the 7th. Watch this. Man United goalkeeper coach George Vital and Ruben Amorim are said to be happy despite recent speculation over a move of Aston Villa's Emi Martinez. Monaco are still interested in Onana, but potential buyers feel discouraged by this 30 million asking price. Amorim remains relaxed despite wanting more competition for him. Let me tell you something now. Yeah, we got Amad Diallo, we've got Bruno, we've got Lenny Yoro, we've got Mazarawi, we've got Mason Mount, we've got Xerxes. Who else? We've got Delete. Have you heard any of them have a price tag? Nobody knows any of their price tags. Why? Because they're not for sale. So we're clearly putting this out to let everyone know he's for sale. We're not going to take the whole 30 million. Just give us 25. Just give us 22 million. But we're letting everyone know that's the base to negotiate from. 30 million price tag on Onana. So if you want him, just come through. You can come with 22 or something, but we're letting you know he's for sale. So all these reports, the middle one saying we're happy and all of that, we can't be happy if we're letting you know he's for sale. So this is what I'm saying about certain things that get put out there. Certain people might see it and think, Amorim's an idiot. Why is he happy about Onana? He's an idiot. No, it's all mind games. This is what they do. You can tell we're not happy, or you wouldn't have a price tag. There's no price tag on Amad Diallo or Lenny Euro. What's their price tag? We don't know because they're not for sale. What's the price tag on Cole Palmer or Mo Salah? You won't know because they're not for sale. He's for sale. We want him gone. And yeah, we're basically just indirectly letting it be known. Listen, if you want to come for Onana, 30 million is what we're saying, but we're gonna want less. Do you know what I'm saying? They're just letting man know, like, yo, that's the situation with him. So when you see these reports, take it with a pinch of salt. It's not serious. So yeah, that's the situation with him. We got this as well. Laurie Whitwell spoke about this earlier. This keeper called John Victor. Someone said this earlier, and I thought it was a good joke. They said that we got out of all the Victors, we're going for the wrong one. This is the third one. Remember, we got Victor Gyökeres missed out, Victor Osimhen missed out, and then now we got John Victor. So he's a goalkeeper. He's from the Brazilian league, and this is what I'm trying to say to you lot, because you lot might come in this chat right now and say, "Wow, look at that journalist! Look at that journalist! They're not serious, etc." But let me show you something. This is how much times he got spoke about in the Brazilian league. And I'm obviously, because of what I'm doing now, I pick up these things. So I'm looking and I'm saying, they keep talking about him. Look at the dates on this. The 29th of June is the first time they spoke about him. Man United are linked for 6 million. The 4th of June, the 4th, the 5th, blah, blah, blah. They kept talking about him in Brazil. Look at them. That's 6 different journalists, by the way. It's not the same person, 6 times, different days. No, That's 6 different journalists in 6 different days talking about this John Victor. So I'm saying something's got to be brewing. And then obviously, as you can see today, we've woken up. Lovie Whitwell, who is very reliable for Man United news, he works for The Athletic, the same place David Ornstein works. And he's gone, look, there remains a prospect of United signing another goalkeeper, Botafogo's John Victor. That's his name, John Victor. He's part of the targets. So he spoke about him today. But look where it started. It started from all of these Brazilian sources talking about it. They're nobodies. I don't know none of them. I can't tell you if they're real or not, but there's so much of them talking every day. I'm like, nah, something's got to be brewing. So this is my point to you lot. When we had this with Sancho, like you can see now, this is brewing. This is from the 7th of July, which is, what's that, yesterday? And it's Alfredo. I know Alfredo already. He's all right. And then we had Nico saying the same thing, it's positive. Then we had Sancho, it's only 1.2 million. It's kind of close. And then we had this morning about Sancho. Juventus are now very close to a final agreement with Jadon Sancho. The player has already accepted a wage cut. Juventus have offered 6 million a year, but the player would likely accept 6.5 million bonuses. Juventus has already reached an agreement with Man United over the fee, which is £20 million for us. Remember, we already got 5 million from Chelsea, so technically we've got our 25 million already. So they got no plan A or plan B. They want both Conceição and Sancho. And it was said earlier on that new contacts were expected today for Sancho. And then obviously today, what I'm telling you about now is Marco Giordani coming out and saying, Sancho and Juventus never been so close. Negotiations completed. The player will be a Juventus player, barring complications, which are not foreseeable at the moment. 25 million valuation, everything settled with United and Sancho's agent. There you go, mate. And then you've got another source. I don't like coming in with one source. I always got to look if something else has happened. And then I will come out and say something. Then we've got another source that's come out and said, I've had to translate it because I can't speak or read Italian. Juventus and Jadon Sancho have never been so close to summer. All parties agreed to conclude the deal, which, unless there are sudden changes of heart, will happen. Even the last details of the player have been ironed out. Remember something. He's basically got a release clause, mate. We just want our 25 million. You do what you need to do with him, agree your terms, bring us our 25 million, and you can have it, mate. He's a freedom fighter. He wants freedom. We want freedom. Hopefully it's all good. He would have been signed on if he was European. Look at Haaland, for example, what he did achieve. Who are you talking about again? This is what happens with me a lot of times, G, you know, because I move on so much before I get the comments. I don't know who people are on about. My bad if it's coming across offensive. I'd rather not assign a striker than, oh, you're talking about the three bums. yeah. Calvert-Williams. Is it Calvert-Williams? Callum Wilson, Calvert-Lewin, and Vardy. I'm not on it. Please, leave me alone, bro. I'll miss them. So, Mbeumo, if we get Mbeumo soon and start selling, it looks promising. Yeah, 100%. And it's just started today. Like I said, look, the plane is going in July the 22nd or something like that. So we need to get things going, man. Xerxes has good link-up play about it. That's what I'm saying. Xerxes good. I like Xerxes, but we can't rely on Xerxes. That's what I'm saying. We can't just have Xerxes one up as the striker. We need another plan A and a plan B. Xerxes can be plan B and my man can be plan A. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, man, get a striker, Watkins or something. Callum Wilson, I'm okay. In the transfer window, I don't know about that, man. Mateta and Watkins are good. Exactly, I said the same thing. Mateta and Watkins are good options, but Mateta looks like he's going to AC Milan. Bollocks, we don't need steps. You're not rating him now. Galatasaray have reached an agreement with Napoli. Yeah. Sell them bid. Fabrizio put that they bid is 75 million for Vardy. So for Vardy, I've gone mad. My head is hot. It's so late. I'm just going mad here. I said for Vardy, 75 million. Yeah, for Osimhen. That's what I'm saying. And they're paying some mad wages as well. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they get it through the line, bruv. They're paying mad wages over there. Evening, bro. Hope you're good. Yeah, hope you're good, Joe, man. Hope everything's all right with you as well. Sally, my man, Brian and Mbeumo, glad, angry. Lucky's a madman, I swear to you, man. Can't we get Gonzalo Garcia? He's the man right now, Harmony. I don't even think he will leave. He's the man. He's all benching Mbappe over there, but I don't even think he will move right now. What's he going to move for? And they'll probably want him to be back up anyway. And the way my man's believing in him right now, who's the manager called again? Xabi Alonso. He might not even think. Salabat, Biarana, but he got to go. He's got to go. He's got to bounce, mate. He has to go. But this is what I'm saying to you lot. This is what I think. I think, yeah, we're linked with this geezer. Remember, he's going to be cheap, you know. He's only going to be 5.8 million, 5.6 or something, yeah? So I think, as it said at the bottom right, it said the addition of another goalkeeper could potentially push Bayern closer to exit. So watch this. Watch this plan and tell me if you think I'm truthful or this is going to work or not. I think he's going to come in as the backup goalkeeper. We get rid of Bayern 2-3 million, see you later. He comes in as the backup goalkeeper. And remember, guys, in December, we got AFCON. So Onana is going to go. Mbeumo, if he signs, he's going to go. Ahmad and Mazraoui are all going to go for 1 month. When he goes for 1 month, I think he's obviously going to be our main keeper for that 1 month. We've got Newcastle, we've got Aston Villa, we've got some hard games. But he's going to be our main keeper. I think he's going to shine then. He has to shine then. Or you can't really be shitter than Bayern and Onana. So if he's any better than them, then that's going to be his time to shine. And then obviously, if he has that month, Onana will come back from AFCON and everyone's going to be saying, yo, Ruben, you got to keep my man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I think is going to happen. Because remember, right now, December's going to come AFCON. Onana goes and we got Bayern mate. And I understand why he plays Onana over Bayern. Bayern is terrible. Literally terrible. At least Onana can kick a little bit. You know, like a little bit of kicks. Just, he could do the little feint thing. And Bayern had one good game, the FA Cup, when we beat Arsenal. And he's been terrible ever since, mate. So that's what I think is going to happen. I think that we're going to get this keeper for Bayern. He's about the same price. Bayern cost about 3-4 million. And then swap them. And then when Onana goes AFCON, he will let him play for the whole month. And then boom. This geezer, if he's good enough, he will just be our main keeper from then on. That's it. Onana will have to try and fight his way back in the team. And then Onana will get angry from then. And then next season, we can just push Onana out now. That's how I think it's going to go. Let Ten Hag take Onana to Germany. We get Martinez, proven player. You know what's crazy though, Parkies, yeah? I don't think I've got it anymore. I might have got rid of it. But Onana, Martinez makes more mistakes than Onana. Did you know that? You probably didn't know that. I didn't know that. And you know why we probably didn't know that? Because he doesn't play for Man United. So it's not on every single page, every single radio station. They don't talk about it enough. This is what I'm saying. But he's made more mistakes than Onana. And Onana's prevented more goals than Martinez. So this is what I'm saying. Martinez is, and look, when you look at the last thing he done for the season anyway, that hot head moment, taking out Højlund, the geezer was probably never going to score anyway. Like, do we even need that? You know what I'm saying? And they're saying 40 million as well. Come on. We're not paying 40 million. He's 33, hot head. He misses the first game of the season as well because he took out Højlund. Forget about it. It's not going to happen. So, yeah, remember that, Parkies, man. If you go and search it up, you'll see he's made more mistakes, but you would never know because he plays for Villa. They can get away with that. They won't even talk about it on Match of the Day that much. But let a Man United player talk about it. They'll talk about it for a whole week. Nurse, happy Man United now under pressure. I don't care who buys you, but see you later. He has to go. Onana has such an amazing personality. Imagine it's difficult to tell him off. Exactly. Man, I'm sure. Listen, this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I said to you lot, yeah? Stop taking these things like serious. You got to take it with a pinch of salt. Let me show you about Onana. Onana's got main character syndrome. You can see this guy's crazy. He runs from the goal line every time we celebrate. Every time we score a goal, he'll run. You've seen videos of him on Twitter. We'll have a free kick and he'll run up, whispering, and he wants to be involved with everything. He's got main character syndrome, and it came out that he's a big part in the dressing room. You see him on Amad Diallo snaps. He's always dancing with him. He's played a big role in the Mbeumo deal because they're both Cameroon. He's been influencing him to come. So why would they go to him and say, Onana, we want you to leave, knowing that nobody wants him, and he's just going to come and upset the whole dressing room. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to say. They've put this out. We've got a 30 million price tag on his head. If you want him, come and negotiate with us about him. But we're not going to tell him we want him to leave. But if someone gives a 30 million or 25, no, we really need the money, bro. See you later. He's going to go. That's what I think it is. But he's got main character. You can't upset someone like that. He's going to go and upset the whole dressing room. You've already got 5 players you've exiled. We don't want to exile Onana now. It's going to look like it's too toxic. So I think that's the situation with Onana still. Joe Allen, January seems so far away. Oh, you said something about January. January. Yeah. I didn't even see that bit, you know. January's long. Man can't wait till January. We might be in fucking relegation by then, bro. That's madness. Cam, you see Fergie having this problem with likes of Garnacho. Nah. Yeah, exactly. But that was the old culture, man. Fergie left and it all went downhill, bro. This is what I'm saying. So Amrin's trying to change it now. He's trying to change the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. We practically need a whole team and we have only signed one player. 14 days to preseason. Yeah, it's techie, man. It's techie. But this is the situation. And you got to remember, like I keep telling you about the freedom fighters, they're all coming at it with demands as well. It's not even like if someone comes in for them, they're going to leave, you know. It's not that. Rashford's sitting there saying, I only want Barcelona. Garnacho, I only want to stay in the Premier League. Anthony, I only want to go to Real Betis. Sancho, he didn't want to drop his wage for Chelsea. Didn't want to drop his wage for Napoli. I don't want to play in Fenerbahce. But even though you're chatting to Jose Mourinho on the phone, they're all too picky. Malacia, let me not even talk about him. Half of the people in the chat probably don't even remember Malacia. And we've got left backs galore now. He's not going to get a sniff. So forget about him. But that's what I'm saying. They're a bit too bougie, these guys. So them man are coming, I only want to do here. I only want to go there. I only want to go there. It's stupid, man. It's dumb. They should be getting forced out. Thanks for reading my Vardy comment. I'm gonna sub. Pick up yourself, man. And this is what I'm saying. Come on, man. Manchester United, my peoples. Over 100 of you lot in here and there's not even enough likes, man. Press the like button and subscribe. We're doing this for you lot every day, 3 times a day. All the Man United news, you're seeing it here. No clickbait, bro. It's here for you. So make sure you subscribe, man. I keep telling you, like, this is nothing as well. We're going to get into it soon with all the Matchday Vlogs and the watch-alongs and the match reviews, and I'll get the panels in with the other fans from other teams. It's going to be mental, trust me. This is just early days. Man said Vardy, 40. No, he's 36. He's 36. Have some good... so you're talking about Victor, yeah? Victor's had some good saves in the Club World Cup. All right, that's good. Like I said, I think he's going to come. Like it says on the bottom right, if you can read properly, the addition of another goalkeeper could potentially push Bayern closer to an exit. Bayern is going to be about 3-4 million. Send them to Burnley or one of them. Because what's his name? Trafford. James Trafford is very close to what's his name? He's very close to Newcastle. So if my man James Trafford goes to Newcastle, send Bayern to fucking Burnley, man. Go Burnley, chill, bruv. And then we just get John Victor. When it gets to AFCON, well, no, you're not coming back. You need to work for your spot back. Nah, I don't think we'll get. I think Martinez, because he's 40 million. I think a proper goalkeeper will get him when we sell Onana because we've made money back. But a cheap goalkeeper will get him when we sell Bayern. And this geezer is 5.8 million. Think about it. So it even says it here. This is what Laurie Whitwell said. He said, if a keeper comes in, addition of another goalkeeper, it'll probably be Bayern gone. Obviously, if Onana goes, we'll get Martinez. Probably we could get him, but that's if Onana goes. If someone comes and matches that 30 million price tag or 25 or something, we'll probably get Martinez. But I don't think anyone's coming from Monaco are interested, but they're never paying 30 million. 25 million is even too much for them. That's 30 million euros. It's not happening. So that's the situation with him. And yeah, so I can't see who's gonna come in here and pay this money for him. I'll be real with you lot. So I think Onana's here to stay, but we have to just get rid of him. You see, you know about him, Santos, yeah? I've heard good things about him. He's good with his feet, blah, blah, blah. But watch this. I don't watch comps. You see, if you tell me right now there's a geezer we're linked with, I won't watch a comp of him because I find comps annoying. What I do is I like to watch full 90 minutes of a player and just focus on them. So that's how I like to do it. I watched him against us in the Europa League group stage, whatever you want to call it now, and he threw the ball in the back of the net. He done 2 Onana mistakes for Rashford's goals. We drew 3-3 in the end, but he had a stinker. That's the only game I've actually watched of him. I've seen him on the Nations League and that, but he's always been in the background. I've never really, do you know what I mean, focused on him. So that's the situation with him. That's me being serious. So I don't really know how good he is, but we've been linked with him though, and it's being said that Ruben actually likes him. Ruben likes him. They're both Portuguese, blah, blah, blah. So if we get rid of Onana, I think we could go for Diego Costa. I think that's the main guy. I don't think we'll go for Martinez. I think it'll be Diego Costa. We've been proper linked with him still, and we've been linked with him before Ruben even came. It was going to be him or Onana, one of them ones. So yeah, I think he could come still. I think he could come. Let me show you this transfer. This is why I think that my man is calm. 65 million for Mbeumo was calm. And let me show you why I think so. Jamie Gittins, this geezer, is gone for 55 million. We don't even know if there's another 5 million add-ons in there, yeah? He's gone for 55 millions and he scored 8 goals, mate. 8 goals in the Bundesliga, and he plays for Dortmund. This is not a team in the Bundesliga that is defending all game. This is a team that is attacking. In the Bundesliga, they've only got 4 teams that attack. Leipzig, Dortmund, Leverkusen, and Bayern Munich. He should have at least 15 goals. He's a winger. He scored 8 goals and 3 assists, and he went for 55 million. João Pedro, yeah, he just scored 2 bangers today. Good. But I'm just saying, we're going off their work rate and what they've been doing. 10 goals for Brighton, 5 of them were penalties, and he went for 60 million. Kudus, his first season in the Premier League was dope. I looked at him, I said, what the fuck is Ten Hag done? This geezer's gone back to fucking Ajax, got Anthony, and we had Kudus sitting there for 40 million. Last season, he had a stinker. He scored 5 goals, 4 assists. West Ham fans, if you go in their comments about Kudus, they want him out. Get rid of Kudus, he's shit, blah, blah, blah. They're calling him Saint Maximin or something like that. They're really dissing him. He's going for 85 million in the first 10 days of July. Obviously, he's not going to go for that because the first 10 days of July is about to be up. And West Ham have realised that we're not going to get 85 million. So they've dropped it to like 65. But Kudus is going for 65. And you got to look at, this is what he's dealing with. He scored 5 goals and got 4 assists, and he plays for West Ham. West Ham is definitely, we can all agree, a better team than Brentford. Brentford is meant to be a defending team. You're defending all game, etc. So look at that then. 5 goals, 4 assists, 65 million is what they want. They don't want 85 no more. João Pedro got 10 goals, 5 of them were penalties, no problem, 60 million. Gittins scored 8 goals in the Bundesliga, 55 million. And he only scored 1 goal for 6 months, by the way, Gittins. 1 goal in 6 months. And then you got the boy Mbeumo. People were telling us to walk away for 62.5 million. And look at the guy's stats. 20 goals. 5 of them were penalties. Come on, man. Pay them the 65 million. Let's go, man. Let's get out of here, man. You understand? Pay them the 65 million. Let's get out of here, bruv. Seriously, man. Look at the geezer's goals as well. It's not even like the geezer's only scoring against the big teams because they're countering attacking, or the small teams. He scores against everyone. He went 5 games, not 5 games, 5 teams. Because remember, this is home and away, you know. So 5 teams he never scored against. Liverpool, City, Villa, Forest, and Everton. He can't score against his own team. You know what I'm saying? Unless he scored an own goal, of course. But yeah, 5 teams. This geezer scores against everyone. It doesn't matter who we're playing. So 62.5, that got rejected. Add it, let's make it go to 65. But the problem is, it's about the structure in it, how much we pay up front, etc. So I'm saying just pay 60 million up front, give them 5 million add-ons, and just call it a day, mate. Literally, man. When you look at the transfer window and you look at him and what he's done, and this is what Brentford are arguing over. They're saying, bruv, he's better than all these players. Madueke's, They keep comparing the transfers. The man scored 20 goals, 5 penalties, mate. Different. And then you got guys like Gittins in a fucking Dortmund Bundesliga, and he can't even score 10 goals. It's cooked, man. The transfer window's cooked. So yeah, big man. I'll just run through all the news anyway. John Victor is basically our main goalkeeper right now because he's cheap. We've got to wait for Bayern to go. As soon as he goes, we're probably going to get John Victor. He's 29, he's Brazilian. I have never seen him. I can't tell you if he's good or bad. Someone said in the chat that he weren't too bad in the Club World Cup, had a few saves. I don't know. But yeah, that's the situation with him. Onana, we've put a 30 million price tag on his head. Obviously, we want to sell him, or we wouldn't put a price tag on his head. The rest of the players haven't got price tags. Bruno, Ahmad, Yoro, because we don't want to sell them. It's obviously reported that we're happy, but a lot of people see stuff like this and then will say, Amarin's an idiot. What do you mean you're happy? Don't get caught up in it. It's just PR. They want him gone, but they're going to say this to just make him feel like, yeah, it's cool. Balance out the PR. They either got a 30 million price tag on him, but they're happy. You get it? It goes both ways. Monaco's still interested, but they're saying the money's too mad, so maybe they want to deal. I don't know if they want to go in there with like 15 million or something, mate. I don't know, bruv. Onana, such an amazing. Yeah, you said that in it. News collector. Gee, we need goals scored. We need goals. We all need goals. We know that. We know that we need goals. That's why they're switching up the whole thing. Yeah, I admit Martinez got a bit of an attitude problem off field, but he knows how the Premier League is, so he's a good guy. Listen, I will take Martinez over Onana. The eye test says that. I'll take him over Onana, but I'm just saying, warning everyone, because remember, I look at all the stats and everything. He's got more mistakes than Onana, but we just don't know about it because he don't play for Man United. That's it. But I'll take him all day. When Man United are going to sign Mbeumo, hopefully soon. I'm going to spin back round anyway, Kamara. You're going to see the latest on Mbeumo, and it could be this week. I'm going to show you in a second. Don't worry. Kamara, only if we bid agreement 65. And now the most. Flat, he's pony, man. He's so terrible. He is terrible. Congratulations on 900, bro. Metric community is the best. Love Man United, man. My people, them, man. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate it, man. So, yeah, guys, big up on 900 Metch. Harvey, my guy. Love for that, man. Onana needs to watch the Gea videos. That won't even help him, bruv. Because he doesn't even come for crosses or nothing. So it wouldn't even help him. I don't mind we get Chris Wood. Yeah, Chris Wood ain't the worst, to be honest. And he's in that list as well of the leading goal scorers as well for last season. Because when I looked at it, let me show you, lot. When I looked at it, remember, I've been saying it, innit? You can tell that anyone could be fucking Ineos scouters. Do you get it? They said they wanted goals, and then what they done was go to the top leading goal scorers of last season and said, yep, we're going to take 3 guys out of it. Look at that on the right side. So I know what you're saying about Chris Wood. He scored a lot of goals last season, but is he consistent though? That's the problem. And remember, he's doing that with Forest, which is a counter-attack team. Can you do that with a team that's going to try and have the ball a lot? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Because I think Ruben's not trying to counter-attack now. He's trying to implement his style, have possession, have the ball. So we'll see, mate. We'll see. Do you know what I mean? But look at that, though. We could have all been their scouts, innit? They turned around and said, we need goals right now. And said, you know what? We're going to go to the leading goal scorers for last season and just take 3 players out of there. Mbeumo's in there. Cunha's in there. Watkins. We're linked with all 3 of them. But like I said, Watkins is definitely the best player there. You can see his stats, 15 league goals for the last 3 seasons. A lot of players can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Rob Dawson, Sky Sports, 5 weeks ago, told it must be accepted. Mate, a lot of people got it wrong, man. Brentford are playing loads of games. Stop turning this club to average club. Useless talk, please. Who's turning it to average club? Me? Huh? World superstars, right, man? You're chatting shit. This club is bigger than useless talk. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Useless talk. What are you on about, mate? Say. Makes sense, or you're gonna go on hold. Yeah, go on a light little band, time out, quick time out there. You're not making no sense, mate. Yeah, man, that's the situation, man. Let me just summarize it all up. This is basically who we got left, bro. I think we got Watkins left. That's it. I don't think any other striker is going to make any sense. And like I said, he's got 15 goals in his last 3 seasons. That's impressive. A lot of strikers ain't done that. Chris Wood's in there, but that's his first ever season in there. He doesn't score goals like that. But we'll see what happens. We might sign a free agent striker, definitely, but we can't get the youth to replace with Rashford, Garnacho, and Sancho roles. It's techie, man. It is techie. I think they're all going to go. I think all these players are going to go, but it might take long. That's the only thing. Some of them, Rashford saying he's waiting for Barca. Barca saying they're going to wait to the end of the transfer window. That's in near September. So we might play 3 games by then. Arsenal's on August 17th. We might play 3 games by then, and then Rashford leaves. Joking. It's these fans that think we need Galacticos that are holding us back and discouraging our team. Exactly. We don't need that, man. Look at PSG. They got no Galacticos no more. They just bought bare young players that fit their system. And now they got more or less. They won the Champions League. So let me summarize this anyway. So Watkins, I think he's the best target we got left. Osman's rejected us. Delap rejected us. Gyökeres has gone Arsenal, or he's going Arsenal, or he's rejected us, whatever. Watkins is the last guy left. Ekitike is going to cost 85 million. That's basically doing the same thing we've done with Højlund. Højlund cost 72 million. He was young. He had 1 semi-good season in the Italian league. Same with Ekitike. Ekitike even scored more than 15 goals. So, yeah, that's the situation with that. And Nkunku was come up in discussions, but that's for more with Garnacho. But I don't think we're interested in Nkunku. This is the transfer market just showing it's cooked. João Pedro had a good performance today, big him up, but I'm just saying, if we're going off stats, he scored 10 goals last season, 5 of them were penalties, mate. Kudus scored 5 goals, 4 assists, and he's going for 65 million. So we tried to pay less for Mbeumo, who scored 20 goals, than Kudus is going to go for, and he's only scored 5 goals, 4 assists. Gittins plays for Dortmund, like I said, in the German league, you've got 4 teams that are attacking all day. See how you've got in the Prem, there's like 6, 7 teams that are the best teams, and then everyone plays counter-attack. They've only got Dortmund, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, and probably one more team. That's it. And you only scored 8 goals, and you went for 55 million, mate. So this market is cooked. So people saying Mbeumo's not worth 65 are crazy. When you look at these other people's stats and all of that, and Mbeumo must be, he could probably go for 70 million with his stats alone because he's consistent as well. Every year he scores goals. So that's the situation with Mbeumo when it comes to his stats. I think he's worth the 65. We should just go out there and pay it and call it a day, bruv, and just wrap it up. We haven't made signings. First game is Arsenal. Ruben Amorim will get sucked on the 8th of March or even quit his job. Yeah, it's looking kind of peak right now still, but let's see, man. Hopefully he can implement his style and we can make some more signings before the tour happens. So we'll see what happens. So that's the thing. That's the transfer market. And that John Victor, obviously we're linked with him. If Bayern there goes, we're going to go for John Victor. He's only 5.8 million. Remember, we need another goalkeeper because Onana is going AFCON in December. So we need someone else. We can't have Bayern there. He's pony. Onana's got a 30 million price tag on his head. But we're still saying we're happy with him. Obviously, it's all PR. We're not happy with him. We want him to go. Monaco's involved. They're talking about they want him, but we're offering too much, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to see what happens in the end of that. Hopefully, he ends up going somehow. I just can't see anyone coming in for him, to be honest with you. So I think Onana's still going to be here. That's why we're trying to push out Bayern there, if anything, because I don't think it's going to happen with him. But yeah, apparently we're happy with him, even though we've been linked with Emi Martinez. And remember, Fabrizio came out and said Man United have made contact with Emi Martinez's agent. So that's a bit awkward. He must know that we don't really want him. Let's be real. Like, we're not going to make contact with a man's agent for no reason. So that's the situation with Onana. We move on. These are the 3 strikers that no one wants. They've been offered to a lot of clubs. They've been offered to us. We don't want them. They've been offered to us. Callum Wilson, Vardy, Calvert-Lewin. They've all literally left their clubs because their clubs do not want to give them a contract extension. That's how poor they are. Obviously, Vardy was leaving anyway, but that's a championship club, so whatever. And then obviously Mateta is another guy that everyone says, let's go for him or Watkins. It seems like everyone's in sync. The two strikers that are left is Watkins or Mateta. Seems like everyone's in sync with that. So we'll see what happens. If we get to the end of the window, we might take one of these strikers just as a like a stopgap. You get him in for a year and then you let him go and then go buy the person you actually want. Get Mbeumo and see out the rest with 3 signings plus a goalkeeper. Yeah, man. It's easy to say though, bro. It's easy to say that, but we got to wait for these guys to go. That's the only thing, bro. As soon as we wait for these guys to go, then we can get our signings in. But they're so slow and they're all bougie. Sancho, he didn't want to take a wage cut. Now it's getting kind of close. Who's the other geezer? Garnacho only wants the Premier League. Rashford only wants Barca. Anthony only wants Real Betis. They're too picky for us, mate. We are a joke. We'll contact free agents. Definitely the leftovers. I don't, like I said, innit? We've been offered them, innit? So we'll see if it actually happens. We might not even get to that. We might get rid of some players and buy a striker. But we've been offered them. So it's not us going up to them. It's them just offering themselves to us. Chris Wood. You're rating Chris Wood, yeah? Cool. Let's get into some more. There's obviously Alanga's got the Here We Go. He cost 55 million. We got 8 million out of that. That's just a little bit of money. We're broke right now, mate. We'll take any change. We're literally drinking tap water. So anybody trying to give us some champagne, some drink, some juice, we're just taking it, mate. So we've got 8 million out of Alanga's deal, and then we've got some money out of what's that geezer called? Maxi Oyadel. That's a 2 mil. So that's 10 million in total, literally for just chilling. So we'll take that little money there. Thank you. We'll appreciate it. We've got Mbeumo. This is the Mbeumo stuff. This is a Brentford journalist that basically came out and said it was thought that Mbeumo would report back this Monday, and as he wasn't on international duty. If you're on international duty, they'll give you an extra week of rest. But he wasn't on international duty, so every single person has come back to Brentford, apart from Norgard, because Norgard's gone to Arsenal. So everybody's come back. But the club, however, have told him he won't have to report until next Monday. This is the Brentford journalist. He is a journalist from Brentford. He's putting this out. Why would they tell him to come back next Monday if he hasn't been on international duty? Unless they're obviously saying, listen, we're close with Man United. Something's going to happen this week. Remember, they got a new manager. Thomas Frank's gone to Spurs. There's no point you coming in this week to meeting the new manager and hearing our plans and whatnot. You might as well just wait at home, give it a week. It should be done by Friday or something. If it isn't, then come back on Monday. That's what I think. And then it just says United are confident they can strike a deal with Brentford for Mbeumo, despite them having 2 bids already knocked back. United are expected to have a goal to 65 million to reach an agreement with Brentford, with negotiations ongoing between the two clubs over the fee of the structure of payments. Ruben Amorim is keen to have Mbeumo on board for when they leave for the 3-game preseason tour in the USA. So we're going on a preseason tour in the USA. I'll go straight into that. We're all training for it. Diego Leon and Cunha didn't even look at a place today. They played good apparently in the training. This is where we're going. We're going to Stockholm, which is, I think it's in Sweden. We're playing Leeds there on the 19th of July. And then we're going to leave on the 22nd and get on the plane to America. So we've got, 11 days or something to get Mbeumo in, and then we can get him on a plane. So the plane goes on the 22nd. So maybe they're not rushing because of that. But yeah, 27th, we got West Ham in New Jersey, Bournemouth on the 31st, Everton on the 3rd of August, and then we got Fiorentina on the 9th at Old Trafford, and that's when we're going to unveil our kit to everybody. So that's the situation with that. Like I just said, Mbeumo, we're going to see what happens with him, but that is a Brentford journalist, for those that don't know. So he only usually puts out stuff for Brentford, and he's basically saying this. You can go and search him up on Twitter. You will see he only deals with Brentford, Chelsea, Fulham, West London stuff. So he's saying he's not in till next Monday. Why? Why not? He should be here today, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully this week we hear some good news about it. And then we got the freedom fighter, of course. The freedom fighter, he's obviously gone through this. Basically, it was close. Juventus had offered 6 million for him, and they said that he's likely to accept 6.5 million with a few bonuses. Man United already got an agreement with Juventus with the 25 million. And then Marik said that new contacts were expected today for Jadon Sancho. That was at 2 o'clock today. That was earlier on. And then obviously we've got this. Why is this coming up? And then we've got this article, which has just came out more or less. You can see the time at the bottom, 9:41 on one of them. The other one's just a little bit earlier. It says Juventus and Sancho have never been so close. Negotiation completed. The player will be a Juventus player, barring complications, which are not foreseeable at this moment. 25 million valuation, everything settled with United and Sancho agent. That's what they've said. Negotiation completed. That's Marco Giordani. And then I go to another guy because I never want to come in with one source. If it's just one source, I always feel like, oh, I don't know, man. Let me see if someone else is there. And then you got this other guy, Matthias Pog, and he's quoted Michel de Blasis, and he says, obviously I've had to translate it because I can't talk Italian. Juventus and Jadon Sancho have never been so close this summer. All parties agreed to conclude the deal. Conclude means finish. Which unless there's a sudden change of heart will happen. Even the last details with the player have been ironed out. It's done, they're saying. This is in Italy, this is Italian journalists. Obviously, we got to sit down and wait for the big dogs to come out. Someone in the English media, Fabrizio, David Ornstein, someone. But this is the situation that's come out tonight. It's saying that it's done. The negotiations are completed. Everything's settled, hopefully. So take it with a pinch of salt. That's what I always say to you. Don't go to sleep. Yes, the freedom fight is gone. It's over. Just take it with a pinch of salt. But that's the word from Italy that it's done. So we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully it's true. And we'll know a bit more. You get me? But that's the situation with the freedom fighter. So yeah, let me take a few of these before I go. I would prefer Calvert-Lewin to Watkins, but age, Vardy. Calvert-Williams to Watkins. That's Calvert-Lewin to Watkins is mad. Watkins is way better than him. About a front three of Cunha, Vardy and Mbeumo. Vardy's proper counter-attack, innit? That's just a proper speed merchant. But I don't think he played all that last season. Chris Wood, will he score goals? Premier Chris Wood. Chris Wood does score goals. He does score goals. I'll give you that. But I want Watkins. I'm cool with Watkins. He's done it consistently. 15 league goals minimum for 3 seasons. Give me Watkins. I ain't got time for this. And he's good with his movement as well. He scores headers. He's all over the place. Wood scores headers as well, but I don't know if Wood will do it again. He's done it 1 season. That's not good enough for me. Moise Keane has done it 1 season for Fiorentina. But look at his rap sheet for the last couple of seasons. So yeah, I don't know, man. But I just hope that we get my man in for the 22nd of July. What did it say? It's the 22nd of July, right? Yeah, look, the bottom right of the last article on the right, it says the 22nd of July is when we leave for a pre-season tour for the US. So let me go back to the pre-season one. And it says, yeah, basically we go to Stockholm on the 19th and then we leave on the 22nd of July and we fly out. And then we get obviously to New Jersey and we play on the 27th. So we've got until the 21st, let's say, of July to wrap up Mbeumo for him to come on that plane. So we've still got a little 12 days or something, 12, 13 days to wrap up Mbeumo. You understand? So what if we play bad in the preseason, Vlad, then fucking no, I don't know then. You get me? Hopefully they've took the style in by then. Amrin would have had a bit of time. If we play bad, then we better pray for Arsenal, mate. That 17th of August is not looking good then. I tell you that for free, bro. But my peoples, man, make sure you hit the like button, man. Make sure you subscribe. Like I said, we do this every day. I'll be back here in the morning with all the news. If anything breaks tonight, I'll be back here in the morning. So don't watch nothing. Make sure you subscribe. You know the jazz. Yeah. Thanks for everyone that's been in the chat. Love for everyone. Appreciate all of you lot. I'm going to keep it moving. I'll shout you lot tomorrow. Make sure you're here in a bit.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm